Hi everybody. So today we're going to have a demonstration exercise of how to conduct an empathy interview. So by this time you're aware about the flow of the empathy interviews. So I've shared with you all these. Then you also are now aware about what you should be looking for in an interview. We have discussed this also. And as I start, having a demonstration exercise with him, you will see how we'll be covering each and every point in the flow of the program, as well as the contents that we need to cover in that. Okay. So I have with me Rohan, and Rohan is a chartered financial analyst. And Rohan, thank you for coming over.
Yeah.
Okay. And good to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm also excited to interview you. Yeah. Ron, actually, this is really nice that, in your business schedule, you took out time for us and having a small interaction with us. That means a lot,
Anytime for it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And remember, this exercise, because you're going to share something which is coming. Remember, this is a demonstration exercise, so you could be as truthful as possible, and it'll be good for the audience to know how things work out. And this entire session, as I shared with you, will take around 20-25 minutes, and there'll be pauses in between where I'll be actually talking to the audience. Is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right then, Rohan. So Rohan, tell me about your experiences so far.
My experiences.
You're a chartered financial analyst. You have been actually, one of the things that I've heard about you is that you have been actually serving lots of these companies, right?
Yes.
Doing research. I see you sitting there and working on so many companies. Tell me some of your little experiences.
Well, it's exciting because you work for things that you really like. You're working behind your passion, something that you always, thought of you want to get in. So it's always like nice to be working in a field that you get this. It's always nice to be working in this field. I'm grateful to having this opportunity.
Yeah.
So should I be a little bit technical about my work or?
Good.
Yeah.
So you seem to be enjoying this.
Yeah,
work?
enjoying. Yeah, enjoyment is that's more than enjoyment. It's fulfilling. What I do.
Oh, that's wonderful. See, Rohan, this is so nice. Actually, looks like you're in a dream job, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And most of the people, most of us, will be having investments in the market, in the stock market, and so understanding organizations, understanding the research work, we have never bothered. We just invest and we just watch out. But there are people behind the back, like Rohan. I mean, I'm so excited that you're sharing with us. So, all right. So we'll take a pause. So. I just thought to share with you. Remember, in the beginning of the phase, I actually built rapport with him. When I discussed with him, how you are, thank you for taking out time, and I tried to make him feel comfortable with the situation, isn't it? And then I tried to create a buy-in. Buy-in means I told him, listen, Rohan, it'll take 20-25 minutes. Is that okay with you? And this will be there'll be pauses in between. So I took a buy-in from him, and as I took a buy-in from him, he's confirmed on the same. So this is it. And remember, the third thing that we did is we started asking about experiences. So now he shared a part of the experience. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to continue with the discussion, and then we will see how things move. So Rohan, I'm so happy that you are excited about the role that you do and the study academic work you do on organizations. Tell me more about this.
Our work enters us to, when we buy into this job of getting into equity research, we are well prepared that we have to spend most of our time reading. Like we spend our 80% of work time reading. So it's a lot of reading, and then the rest 20% is about thinking. What you read, you have to think. And after you get through this whole exercise, you have to analyze. You have to.
If I may ask you one thing, Rohan. Now that you said you were going to study, you're going to do a lot of reading of a material. Where do you get those materials from, of organizations?
Those are public information like annual reports, credit research report, con call transcripts. We surf through internet, like we read news of the companies. We watch for their We look into their websites, we find other analyst reports, so everything is out there, and we do a little bit of our field study where we
Yeah.
do the hands-on. We take our hands-on approach by like having our networks where we
So
share information.
if you had time, I could have actually seen how you do it.
Yeah.
How you could have gone through the
Yeah.
website and how you're accessing information. That would have been really wonderful. I'll just take a pause.
Yeah, sure.
See now, listen. As I started this conversation, one of the things that I shared with you is look for, encourage him to show. So I also encouraged him, tell me. Right now I can't tell him to show. Well, had I been in his place, I would have actually taken it out. But I really asked him that where do you source this information from? And Rohan was good enough to share with us, this is from where I source information and this is what. So look at this part. So you get an idea where this information is coming from, right? Okay. Right then, Rohan. So you were sharing that you get a lot of these information from all these places. And I also was talking to you about experiences. So yeah, keep sharing.
As I just said before that I'm enjoying what I do. My experiences till now has been great. In starting it was roller coaster because you are new to this field. You are till now like you had an academic touch.
Roller
And
coaster.
now you get a practical approach. You have to attend meetings, understand your boss, understand their expectations. There would be times even though you like what you do, but some days are tough for you as well. But it's those days where you need to put more, you need to learn, you need to accept that it's not always.
So what goes on in your mind? What are you feeling when you go through those tough times? What do you feel? What goes on in your mind?
It's no different. Everybody goes through this. Every field has this thing.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's just me who has to go through this. Whether it's my boss, whether it's my seniors, whether it's somebody in another field. You go through it. It's like giving up is not an
giving up is not an option.
Yeah,
like that.
Something that you always dreamed of, and if you're going to just give up in like short span of time.
So you said something is that I won't give up.
Give up,
I think that
yeah.
So you do feel the pressure sometimes.
Obviously, like
what kind of pressure you feel?
Pressure of not meeting expectations.
Yeah.
And I feel that like the people who I work with were very kind enough to give me room to improve, give me room that there is a long learning curve where things like this happen. But if you stay put to this process, stay to it, married to this game of researching, analyzing, days will come such, but over time you will succeed, you will take over it easily, and you will master it.
So your manager is actually very considerate with you, and he's saying, "You listen, I'm giving you this leeway.
Yeah.
It'll take time,
Yeah, and for that I can say I'm fortunate enough to work with the right guys, like where they understand.
And what do they think about your output?
Till now, I definitely had such conversations where I asked them to give my, feedback. I was I was a student a year back, so I just told them to give me my semi-annual report, half-yearly report, how my work is, are you guys satisfied? And apart from that, what I was curious about, where are my drawbacks, where are my black boxes, where am I lacking?
So they have been sharing
that, yeah. So
yeah, I'll take a little pause. Listen, everybody over here. So as I started discussing with him, there's one more segment that you need to see. What are others telling him? Okay. So for him, I asked him basically what is his manager telling about his work. So he has shared what his manager feels about his work. That these are early days. This you go through this phase and all that. So his experience has been, and he has also been thinking and feeling that it's been a roller coaster ride. Sometimes I had some good days, sometimes I never had some good days, but it's those roller coaster days. I need to stay put. So these are things that he's having. Okay, so keep a note of it, and I'm just giving you a hint that how things are being covered over here. So right, Rohan. So do share with us. More what has been happening.
So now it's been over 5 months.
Yeah.
Now I can say confidently that now I'm comfortable with my work, with my schedule, and now even my boss is quite, I can say confidently happy with the way I'm working.
That's really nice actually, yeah.
And like all praises to him because he understood that somebody who's just a fresher, it takes time for him to grasp into such a field where we have to monitor a minute of details of
Absolutely,
companies
absolutely.
and where we have to stay updated about every details. So in starting, like you are already overwhelmed with the workload that in our field is already there. So with that time, he gave me an opportunity to adjust to this environment, and that worked out well. And it's still learning; it's still not yet over.
So this is very
Yeah.
interesting,
Yeah.
and I get a feel of this. Tell me any not so good experience about.
Okay, so not so good experience. One thing, I don't have any colleagues where we can really
this
discuss
is very interesting.
our analysis, our research, because basically the information that we go through is 90% same with any other investors.
Yeah, so true.
So you really need to know that 300 page of annual report that you read and 300 page of annual report.
300 pages.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's big actually.
That's big, that's big. That's the work we do. And that's half day work. 300 pages.
I mean, half a day.
work.
That's big actually.
Yeah.
This is the toughest thing, huh?
Yeah, it is. Tough in starting, but if
Once
you
you
really like it, then you master it. Like 300 page report on a day 1 is not a 300 page report on day 100, day 200. Then it gets
It's like
easy.
the experience
comes.
is now
Yeah.
coming into you. You can actually read things
To
faster.
start, we have to read everything.
Yeah.
Then with time, we know what to avoid.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So the one thing, like I don't have any colleagues, so where I feel little bit, okay, once in a while we have a meeting with my boss. But if I had somebody with me,
You're a loner.
then I feel that if I had somebody around me, a guy or two, then I can really discuss my takes on this annual report, his takes on annual. Those are the same lines, same words, same sentence, same annual report, but the understanding could be different.
So
And this way we can
sometimes you feel the need to share,
share exactly.
and discuss. Okay, understand. Okay, so just let me pause. So do you get a feel? What is he thinking, feeling, saying, doing? This is where you will need to start documenting. Now listen. So we covered the build rapport, we created the buy-in, we checked for experiences. Now the larger expectations, we're going into the larger expectations. So I also, dwelt with him and tried to take, encourage, try to encourage with him. Okay, tell me more about it. So now we're going to talk about larger expectations. Okay. So tell me, Rohan, you've been actually sharing wonderful things about the experience, not so good managers talking to you, your head actually talking to you. You have been in this environment for some time now. Your experience has been there. Tell me, what else are you looking for? What are you looking for?
The hours we put in, the sacrifice we do, that definitely needs to be compensated with big reward.
Big reward.
And definitely it's not. Definitely we like doing what we do, but the fact that we like that we do, we want to be excellent in that, excel in that. So we definitely look for a big reward in monetary terms.
Okay, so you're looking for a reward,
Reward, yeah.
because you really put in effort. You're getting the money from the
And big one, like we want asymmetrical biggest return possible.
It looks like you've given your head good money return anyway in the previous.
So in my analogy, I would just say we want to beat the market.
So we have just covered the larger expectations he has. So now we have a fair idea of him as a professional CFA. Where is he heading for? Now we look at the other part. We're going to go into the magic wand exercise. So, Rohan, done.
Yeah.
We've covered a long journey and we've understood what you're going through.
Yeah.
I have a small proposal for you. If you were given 3 wishes, if those could be fulfilled, and if you ask for those wishes, it will be fulfilled. What would those 3 wishes be that will help you become a great professional in your job?
3 wishes.
Yeah. Any 3 wishes that you think, if that was fulfilled, my job would have been super and I would have been make money and everything.
Yeah. So I first wish I want my gains to be more than my losses.
Okay.
This is one.
Uh,
Second wish, a good health. That's very important in our work life because we give disproportionate of hours in our working where we don't get a lot of time behind our health, family. So we
or
really
you just
want
keep sitting down and
just
just
sitting down, yeah.
not able to.
Yeah.
So you really want to be healthy,
healthy.
and also.
That's very important.
And the first one you shared was that my gain should be higher,
Then my losses. Losses
Then-
are part of this game, but gain should be higher.
much higher than the
It should be frequent also.
And it should be frequent. Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah. Hmm.
And third wish,
Yeah.
give me one more wish.
Okay. I love that part that you said. Okay.
This is the human tendency. We are never satisfied with what. Yeah. So my third wish. Well, finally the companies we invest in don't come out to be frauds.
Yeah.
That is really important for
Yeah,
us. Like we
so-
don't know that they are the frauds. We all hope for they don't come out. We are very
They
limited.
don't come out.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the real things because you are discussing, you're doing research based on the information available.
Yeah.
You know, and
The field we work in is unique to other fields. First, to be honest, right now we work with our own money. But when we grow, we want people's money.
Yeah.
And money is something like it's intangible. You cannot feel it.
Yeah.
So the only thing that keeps that money coming into you is trust.
Yeah.
So first you are investing money that not your.
Yeah.
Investing in a company which you are not running.
Yeah.
So that's why we need that the companies we are investing don't be a fraud.
Don't
because
be a fraud.
so if those people, the companies we invest in becomes fraud, we lose our money. We cannot give returns to our investors. We lose our trust. So that's an end game for us.
Yeah.
We make sure that our research, our conviction, make sure that we avoid such.
But it
But
can happen.
still, fingers crossed, we don't end
I
up.
can imagine. So, good 3 sets of wishes that you have had, and I'd love to hear more basically. But yeah, Rohan, thank you so much. As a chartered financial analyst, I do now understand the kind of, I can empathize with you, the kind of work that you go through. Intensive studying, always on the chair, looking at so many reports, 300 pages of reports. I mean, it's mind-boggling. And also sometimes, there's frustration. You do not know what's happening. And the fact that you told me it's a roller coaster ride, it's actually a truth. Yeah? And I love to hear the wishes that you had. So those were really nice. Rohan, thank you so much for sharing all this. And next time, I'll actually try to reach out to you in a month's time just to share with you the outcome of the project that we were doing. And I'll be seeking more feedback from you. But thank you so much.
So it was nice to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And this interview is something even better, something new. That's
very nice.
Yeah.
So, just to share with you, summarize. Summarizing is very important and leaving with an action plan. Okay, we will come back to him in a month's time. So this is a way you need to tell you will need to talk when you talk to the various stakeholders, the users of your process. You will need to give them leave with a very bang, nicely summarized. With that, I'll be reaching out to you again. So now let's regroup everything. So as I started interacting with us, so remember we covered this area. What is he thinking, feeling, saying, doing? All that we came to know about it. We also heard what are others saying to him. Like his head. What does he want? Very explicit. He said it actually. So encourage him to show. Remember, he told me while he couldn't show me, but I asked him what are the sources of information, and he was telling me about that verbatim. Now this is becoming critical. So as you start documenting what he has said, remember, you have to be verbatim. Like I'll give you an example. Do not say that I want more money, need more money. You should say, he has said, actually he said it, since I've been I work and invest a lot of time in this, and these are highly intensive, I need a asymmetrical reward. Document it like that. That's more important because that's how you will empathize with him instead of saying, I need more money. It doesn't make sense, So, and then remember, clarify. So, or if you saw me, I would always clarifying, always telling him, okay, what does that mean, and then he has been doing kind enough to share with me. So, this was a demonstration exercise. I took you through the flow of an empathy interview. I have also shared with you, as you go with the flow of the interview, what are the things that you need to take care of, and you have seen, and in the various pauses that we explained to you in person. So thank you so much. We will have a real-time interview also documented, so that you get a flavor how things have flown in, and so many thanks for listening out. Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
Yeah.